Feminism. For many years, women have been fighting for equality. It's been a long, hard fight, and even after all the progress made by amazing women and men, gender equality has not been achieved. A big reason why it seems far away is the constant misconception of feminism. Thousands of people think that it's the belief that women are superior to men, but they are hugely mistaken. However, many advancements in women's rights and the spread of feminism are owed to inspirational women such as, Hi, I'm Betty Friedan. Raised in a Jewish family during World War II, Betty grew up to hate prejudices from the start. After graduating Smith College in 1942, she was dismissed from her job at UNU simply because she was pregnant with her second child. She dedicated her time to being a housewife and contributing a small amount of money to her family by writing articles in some magazines. Although she liked spending time with her kids, she realized that she wasn't satisfied with what she was doing. In her 15th college anniversary reunion, she asked her classmates if they felt fulfilled with being a housewife. To her surprise, they all felt the way she did. This inspired Betty to write The Feminist Mystique, where she went against educators, psychologists, and the mass media in saying that women could do the same work men could, and questioned why the 1960s culture said otherwise. A couple of years later, she co-founded NOW, the National Organization for Women, which strived to achieve equality for males and females. With Betty as president, NOW fought for the enforcement of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Equal Pay Act of 1963. Go Betty! She is credited for starting the second stage of women's rights movements and regarded as one of the most influential women's rights activists. Many factors contributed to her success in the decade of 1960. Politically, John F. Kennedy had been elected as the president. He wanted to create many reforms that would help eliminate inequality and injustice. His charisma and young age gave America hope for the new era and Betty a chance to make an impact. After his assassination, the Lyndon B. Johnson era started. He too sought to help women, for the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was passed during his presidency. Although the economy was growing, 40% of the population lived under the poverty line. When the husband's working isn't enough to keep the families afloat, women are given the chance to step in and start working, powering their desire for equal wages and fueling the rate against sex discrimination in the workplace. Socially, the 1950s had been full of civil rights movements coming from the African American population, and the beginning of a new decade set the stage for women to fight for their own rights. Additionally, Kennedy's New Frontier promised social justice. With the Cold War raging on during the 1960s, more than 500,000 U.S. military personnel were in Vietnam, which left jobs open for women to take. The most recent changemaker is Amy Richards. Taught to sing I Am a Woman when asked to sing the American anthem at school, Amy grew up in an environment filled with teenage pregnancies and bad decisions, and the fear of falling into this pattern like her mom had. After studying art history at Barnard College and graduating in 1992, she got involved in a summer project called Freedom Drive 92. This project was a voter registration drive in which they said they went across the country. Little did she know that what had started as a small summer project was going to be the beginning of a big career in activism and feminism. Amy wanted to get young people involved in the fight for gender equality, which is why she started the Third Wave Foundation, an organization for activists between the ages of 15 and 30. Their aim is to equip and empower young people to work towards justice, and so far it has given over $2 million in scholarships and grants supporting feminism and gender equality organizations. Additionally, she supported mothers in the workforce in her book, Opting In, Having a Child Without Losing Yourself, where she described the constant anxieties women have regarding becoming a mother and cut through the correct way of women to become one. The book she co-wrote, Grassroots, Field Guide for Feminist Activism, helped define modern feminism and encouraged everybody to stand up for what they believe in. The 1990s were also filled with factors that benefited Amy and the start of the third wave of feminism. In the elections of November 1992, 4 women joined the Senate, tripling the amount of women in the Senate. This marked the beginning of a new era regarding women in politics, with more female voices would come more leniency towards passing laws regarding gender equality. Clinton cutting taxes led to an age of economic prosperity and advances, allowing for a dramatic increase in small businesses and the start of the Third Wave Foundation. The Anita Hill hearings, William Kennedy Smith rape trial, and attacks on reproductive freedom fueled feminists, including Amy Richards, to take a stand for women all around the country. As with international relations, the Cold War had been declared over with the tearing down of the Berlin Wall, turning the focus back to domestic issues such as women's rights. Amy found a weird car in her garage. She hesitated before getting in, but when she did, it took her back to the 1960s.
90s.
Really?
How come?
Long story. Well, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's incredible to witness thousands of young, educated women having to stay at home just because that's the norm. I'm astonished by the bravery you showed when releasing the feminist mystique, and proud that I was able to answer the idea of women working outside their homes with my book, Up to Me, having a child without losing yourself. I really wish I was able to do more though. Right now, politics are hard, believe me. Now has been fighting endlessly to try to get the Equal Rights Amendment passed, but it just seems really far away. Really? Well, you have certainly gotten things started for us, because in the 1990s, it's already been passed, and we've got 4 women in the Senate. 4? No way. Oh, our economy here is fine, but with a high unemployment rate and with 40% of the population living under the poverty line, women really had a chance to step up to help their families and themselves by getting a job. In the 90s, well, the unemployment rate is at 5%, and a little over 10% of the population are living under the poverty line. So working to raise their families isn't really an excuse to go to work. Regardless, a lot of women still do. The fact that only 5% of the country is unemployed proves that most people, including women, have a job. This is because of the more liberal ideas surrounding the country. Oh, socially, we had a really good time. Well, with the 1950s and the civil rights movement for African Americans helped us set the stage for more civil rights movements, including ours. We've had a good time socially too. The William Kennedy Smith rape trial and the Planned Parenthood versus Casey court case have really helped us get people thinking about women's rights too. Oh, and how is the Cold War? Right now, it's raging on. The US involvement in Vietnam just started, which cut some of the funding for our governmental programs, making us tremble. Well, the Cold War was just declared over with the tearing down of the Berlin Wall. But Betty, I truly admire you. You've made many changes for women. And what is that you've gotten women and men to start talking about how they feel and that they don't really have to stay at home, but they can do something else. Now, it's my job to help those women and show them that they can work if they choose to. There's a lot that still needs to be done here. Women are still having to leave the workforce because of their babies, including me. We'll stay here in the 1960s and help me out. I need to go to the future and change. It's not that I don't want to stay. You know that I don't believe that the 1960s feminism is good enough for my generations. It's just that I believe that it's no longer applicable to what's going on in the future, and that your work has led me to being to what's going on in the future. Thanks for your time. Well, it's been great meeting you. I have problems to solve. Bye.